Good morning, students. Yesterday we started the story Quality, and in this story, the narrator has told us about the quality of boots which he used to purchase from the Jesler brothers. And when writer went there to purchase his book, at that time he used to ask a question to Mr. Jesler, how do you do? And he would ask another question, that could you make me a pair of Russia leather boots? At that time, without saying a single word, that Jesler brothers leave the writer without saying a word, retiring whence he came. So he went there from where he came, or into the other portion of the shop, and I would continue to rest in the wooden chair. So writer used to sit on the wooden chair, and from where the Jesler brothers used to come, they once again go to that portion or any portion of the shop, and they just would continue to rest, continue to do their job. And writer used to sit, writer used to rest in the wooden chair, inhaling the incense of his trade. So writer used to take the incense of their trade, means honest incense of their trade. Soon he would come back holding in his thin veined hand a piece of gold brown leather. And soon Mr. Jesler used to come towards the writer holding the boots in his thin veined hand, a piece of gold brown leather. Brown leather चा piece घेऊन Mr. Jesler पुन्हा लेखकाकडे यायचे. With eyes fixed on it, he would remark, what a beautiful piece. He used to pronounce Russian accent, that is beast, not beast, that is piece. And he used to give remark that what a beautiful piece, हा खूपच छान पीस आहे लेदरचा. अशा पद्धतीने मिस्टर जेसलर लेखकांना सांगत असायचे. When I too had admired it, he would speak again. When do you want them? When do you want means want, and dem, them means them, them. So writer also admired that beautiful sort of piece, and he would speak again to the writer, when do you want them? म्हणजे तुम्हाला हे बूट्स केव्हा हवे आहेत? And I would answer, then writer would answer that, oh, as soon as you conveniently can. म्हणजे जेवढ्या लवकर, as soon as you can give me, I am ready to buy those shoes. तुम्ही जेवढ्या लवकर द्याल तेवढ्या लवकर मी घेऊन जायला तयार आहे. And then he would say, tomorrow fortnight. Then he would say, tomorrow fortnight. Or if he were his elder brother, I will ask my brother. So Mr. Jesler used to say that you can take these shoes tomorrow fortnight. You can take these boots tomorrow fortnight. And if there is junior Jesler is there, then he will say that I will ask my brother. मी माझ्या भावाला विचारतो आणि सांगतो. अशा पद्धतीचं उत्तर लेखकांना मिळत असायचं. Then I would murmur, thank you, good morning, Mr. Jesler. And then writer used to do murmur there. He said thank you to Mr. Jesler, and he also greet with good morning to him. And Mr. Jesler also said good morning, means good morning. He would reply, still looking at the leather in his hand. But while greeting good morning, he used to look towards the leather which in his hand. म्हणजे त्या लेदर कडे पाहून पुन्हा एकदा ते गुड मॉर्निंग म्हणत असतात. And as I moved to the door, I would hear the tip tap of his bast slippers restoring him up the stairs to his dream of boots. So when writer used to move towards the door, at that time he would hear the tip tap of his bast slippers, which restoring him up the stairs when he goes up the stairs. And writer and when narrator just turned towards the door, he used to hear that tip tap of his bast slippers when he goes upstairs to keeping their dream of boots. But if it were some new kind of foot gear that he had not yet made me, then indeed he would observe ceremony, divesting me of my boot and holding. Divesting means taking off. Taking off me of my boot and holding it long in his hand, looking at it with eyes at once critical and loving, as if recalling the glow with which he had created it, and rebuking the way. Rebuking means mildly scolding, in which one had disorganized his masterpiece. But if he made a new kind of boots, then he would hold those boots before the narrator, and he just looking towards that book, that boots, he was just, means when he made new kind of boot, he was just scolding the writer that this boot is very new and it is a masterpiece. In this way he was telling the entire information to the narrator. Then placing my foot on a piece of paper, he would 2 or 3 times tickle means touch the outer edges with a pencil and pass his nervous fingers over my toes, filling himself into the heart of my requirements. So when that Mr. Jessler wants to make new type of shoes, new sort of shoes, new type of fashionable shoes, at that time he would place my foot on the piece of paper. म्हणजे तो माप घेत असायचा, एक पेपरचा तुकडा तिथे टाकला जायचा, लेखकांचा पाय त्या पेपरवर ठेवला जायचा. ही वुड 2 or 3 times tickle the outer edges. Tickle means टच द आउटर एजेस ऑफ द शूज. म्हणजे लेखकाचा जो पायाचा जो आउटर एज असतो, त्या आउटर एजला 2-3 वेळा पेन्सिलनं त्याचं मोजमाप घेत असायची मिस्टर जेस्लर. पास हिज नर्वस फिंगर्स ओव्हर माय टोज. इवन ही यूज टू पास हिज नर्वस फिंगर्स ओव्हर द toes of the narrator, filling himself into the heart of my requirements. And in this way, he was taking the measurements of the leg of, or we can say he was taking the measurements of the boots. I cannot forget that day on which I had occasion to say to him, Mr. Jessler, that last pair of town walking boots creaked, you know. And writer said that I cannot forget that day. Once upon a time, what happened, there was an occasion, and on that occasion the narrator said to Mr. Jessler that last pair of town walking boots creaked, you know. म्हणजे मी जी लास्ट पेअर तुमच्याकडून विकत घेतली होती, that was making noise. And he looked at me for a time without replying, as if expecting me to withdraw or qualify the statement, then said, it shouldn't have creaked. And he was looking towards the writer, he was looking towards the narrator without replying, and as if he was expecting from the writer to withdraw or qualify the statement, then said, he shouldn't have creaked. म्हणजे कदाचित ते जे बूट्स होते, ते बूट्स मी व्यवस्थित केलेले नसतील असं त्यांना म्हणायचं असते. It did, I am afraid. And writer said that yes, you did it. You got them with before they found themselves. And he used to reply that you got them, you got those shoes with before they found themselves. कदाचित तुम्ही ते बूट्स एक दिवस अगोदर नेलेले असतील. I don't think so. But writer replied that I don't think so. At that he lowered his eyes as if hunting for memory of those boots, and I felt sorry I had mentioned this grave thing. And at that time he just lowered his eyes, and as if hunting for memory of those boots, means he was recalling about those boots, and at that time writer felt sorry because he had mentioned this grave thing before him. लेखकांना वाईट वाटत असायचं, कारण की ही जी गोष्ट आहे लेखकांनी तिथं सांगायला नव्हती पाहिजे पण सांगितली, म्हणून लेखकांना वाईट वाटत असायचं. सेंड देम बॅक, ही सेड, आय विल लुक ऍट देम. आणि लेखक जेव्हा म्हणत असायचे की तुम्ही जी लास्ट पेअर मला दिलेली होती ती आता खराब झालेली आहे, लवकर खराब झालेली आहे, तेव्हा मग ते मिस्टर जेस्लर म्हणत असायचे त्यांना की सेंड देम बॅक. send them back. It is not, it is send them back. He said, I will look at them. म्हणजे मी त्यांची मरम्मत किंवा आय विल लुक ॲट देम म्हणजे मी त्यांची काळजी घेतो किंवा त्यांना रिपेअर करतो. अ फिलिंग ऑफ कंपॅशन फॉर माय क्रिकिंग बूट्स सर्ज अप इन मी, मूड सडनली. मीन्स when writer told Mr. Jesler that his last pair needs repair, at that time that Mr. Jesler asked the writer that send them back, then I will look at them, I will repair them. So a feeling of compassion for my creaking boots surged up in me. So माझ्या बूट्स बद्दलची जी दया आहे, दयेचा जो आवाज आहे तो अचानक लेखकांच्या डोक्यामध्ये यायचा. सो वेल could I imagine the sorrowful long curiosity of regard which he would bend on them. So there was some kind of curiosity in the mind of Mr. Jesler. Some boots, he said slowly, are bad from birds. आणि मग मिस्टर जेस्लर लेखकांना म्हणत असायचे की सम बूट्स, ही सेड स्लोली, आर बॅड फ्रॉम बर्ड. म्हणजे जेव्हा काही लेदर आम्ही विकत आणतो तेव्हाच काही बूट्स असे दे आर बॅड, म्हणजे तेवढे चांगले नसतात. इफ आय कॅन डू नथिंग विथ देम आय टेक देम ऑफ युअर बिल, अँड इफ I was unable to repair your boot, or I can do nothing with your boots, then I take them off your bill. म्हणजे तुमच्या बिलामधून मी ते रक्कम कमी करून टाकेल जर माझ्याकडून ते शूज रिपेअर करणं झाले नाही तर. Once I went absent-mindedly into his shop in a pair of boots bought in an emergency at some large firms. So once what happened, writer went absent-mindedly into the shop of Mr. Jesler and he purchased in a pair of boots bought in an emergency at some large firms. He took my order without showing me any leather, and I could feel his eyes penetrating the inferior integument of my foot. Integument means foreign leather. At last he said, those are not my boots. So what happened? Once writer went into some large firms and from there he bought 2 pair of shoes, and at that time, means he when he showed those pair of shoes to Mr. Jesler, at that time Jesler said that, at last he said, while touching the foot, he was said to the narrator, those are not my boots. म्हणजे ते मी बनवलेले बूट्स नाही आहेत. The tone was not one of anger, nor of sorrow, not even of contempt, but there was in it something quite that froze the blood. So when he was saying that those are not my boots, at that time his tone was not of anger, nor of sorrow, not even of contempt, but there was in it something quite that froze the blood. आणि जेव्हा मिस्टर जेस्लर उत्तर देतात तेव्हा त्यांचा जो टोन असतो त्याच्यामध्ये कुठलाही रागाचा लवलेश नसतो, त्यांना दुःख नसते वाटत, किंवा कुठलाही तिरस्कार वाटत नसतो की लेखकांनी हे बूट दुसरीकडून आणलेले आहे आणि मला सांगतात की माझ्या दुकानामधून घेतलेले आहे. तो सगळा स्वभाव पाहून लेखकांच्या मनामध्ये देअर वॉज समथिंग क्वाइट दॅट फ्रोज द ब्लड. म्हणजे हे सगळं पाहून लेखकांच्या मनामध्ये जे त्यांच्याबद्दलची आत्मीयता होती ती आत्मीयता आणखीनच वाढली होती. He put his hand down and pressed a finger on the place where the left boot, endeavoring to be fashionable, was not quite comfortable. And so he put his hand down and pressed a finger on the place where the left boot, endeavoring to be fashionable, was not quite comfortable. Means that boot was fashionable, but that boot was not comfortable, and he just put his finger on that left boot. That left boot was not comfortable. आणि मिस्टर जेस्लरनी त्यांचं जे बोट असते त्यांचं बोट अशा ठिकाणी ठेवलेलं असते ज्या ठिकाणी तो शूज लेखकांना कम्फर्टेबल नसतो. It urges you, dear, he said, those big worms have no self-respect. And Mr. Jesler said to the writer, said to the narrator that those big worms have no self-respect. त्यांना आत्मसन्मान नसतो म्हणून ते असे बूट देतात असं ते म्हणतात. Drash, and then, as if something had given way within him, he spoke long and bitterly. And then he spoke long and bitterly that it was the only time I ever heard him discuss the conditions and hardship of his trade. And that was only one time, only for the single time that I ever heard him discuss the conditions and hardship of his trade. म्हणजे तो पहिला असा वेळ होता, लेखक म्हणतात की तेव्हा मी मिस्टर जेसलर कडून त्यांच्या परिस्थितीबद्दल आणि त्यांच्या परिश्रमाबद्दल, त्यांच्या व्यापाराच्या परिश्रमाबद्दल पहिल्यांदा त्यांच्याकडून ऐकलं होतं. They get it all, he said. They get it by advertisement, not by work. म्हणजे त्यांना असं म्हणायचं राहते की they get it all and they get it by advertisement, not by work. म्हणजे त्यांना हे सगळं जे काही रिस्पॉन्स मिळत आहे तो केवळ रिस्पॉन्स ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट मुळे मिळत आहे, त्यांच्या कामामुळे मिळत नाही. They means take. They take it away from us who loop our boots. Who loop means love our boots. So he was saying that they take it away from us. They are taking our customers away from us who love our boots. म्हणजे जे कस्टमर आमच्या बूट्स बनवलेल्या बूट्सवर प्रेम करतात, ते कस्टमर ते मोठमोठ्या दुकानावाले आमच्यापासून दूर घेऊन जात आहे आणि ते केवळ आणि केवळ ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंटमुळे घेऊन जात आहे. इट गोमेस टू धिस. Presently I have no work. And further Mr. Jesler told writer that presently I have no work. सध्या माझ्याकडे कुठलंही काम नाही. एव्हरी इयर इट गेट्स लेस, यू विल सी. आणि आता वर्षानुवर्षे एव्हरी इयर इट गेट्स लेस, आमचं काम हळूहळू कमी होत आहे. तुम्ही पाहता आहात की आमचं काम कमी होत आहे. अँड लुकिंग ॲट हिज लाईन फेस आय सॉ थिंग्स I had never noticed before, bitter things and bitter struggle, and what a lot of gray hairs there seemed suddenly in his red beard. So when writer heard the words of Mr. Jesler that every year it gets less, you will see, म्हणजे प्रत्येक वर्षी आमचं काम कमी होत आहे तेव्हा, and bitter things and bitter struggle, and what a lot of means for the first time looking at his lined face I saw things had never noticed before. याच्या अगोदर या गोष्टीकडे लेखकांनी कधीही लक्ष दिलं नव्हतं. बिटर थिंग्स अँड बिटर स्ट्रगल, म्हणजे आता त्यांना जीवन जगणं कठीण होत होतं आणि ते स्ट्रगल करत होते. अँड व्हॉट अ लॉट ऑफ ग्रे हेअर्स देअर सीम्ड सडनली इन हिज रेड बियर्ड. आणि लेखक आता मिस्टर जेसलरला जवळून नोटीस करत होती आणि त्यांच्या डोक्यावरील केस आणि त्यांच्या दाढीचे केस अचानकच त्यांना ग्रे मीन्स पांढऱ्या रंगाचे दिसायला सुरुवात होत असतात. As best I could, I explained the circumstances of the purchase of those ill-omened boots, but his face and voice made so deep impression that during the next few minutes I ordered many pairs. So in this way he has explained the circumstances of the purchase of those ill-omened boots. म्हणजे जे मोठमोठे दुकानदार जे कारखान्यातून बूट विकत घेत असतात त्या बूट्समुळे मिस्टर जेसलरचा बिझनेस कसा हळूहळू कमी झालेला असतो हे लेखकांच्या लक्षात आलेलं असतं. बट हिज फेस अँड व्हॉइस मेड सो डीप इम्प्रेशन दॅट ड्युरिंग द नेक्स्ट फ्यू मिनिट्स आय ऑर्डर्ड मेनी पेअर्स. बट his voice and because of his voice and because of his face and his voice made a deep impression on the writer, and during the next few minutes writer ordered many pairs. आणि त्यांच्या चेहऱ्यामुळे आणि त्यांच्या आवाजामुळे लेखकांनी म्हणजे लेखकांवर त्यांच्या चेहऱ्याचं आणि त्यांच्या आवाजाचं इम्प्रेशन पडते आणि त्या इम्प्रेशनमुळे लेखक काही मिनिटातच त्यांना खूप साऱ्या पेअर्सची ऑर्डर देतात. नेमेसिस फेल, inescapable agent. They lasted more terribly than ever, and when writer ordered many pairs, then those pairs lasted more terribly than ever. आणि जेव्हा ते खूप साऱ्या पेअर्स त्यांच्याकडे सांगतात, लेखकांना खूप दिवसपर्यंत त्यांच्या दुकानात यायचं काम पडत नाही, कारण की त्यांनी बनवलेले बूट्स जे राहतात हे लॉंग लास्टिंग राहतात. अँड आय वॉज नॉट एबल कॉन्शियसली टू गो टू हिम फॉर नियरली 2 years. आणि प्रामाणिकपणे सांगायचं झाल्यास लेखक सांगतात की मी जवळपास 2 वर्षापर्यंत त्यांना भेटायला गेलो नाही किंवा त्यांच्या दुकानात गेलो नाही. When at last I went, I was surprised to find that outside one of the 2 little windows of his shop, another name was painted. आणि जेव्हा 2 वर्षानंतर लेखक तिथे जातात तेव्हा एका खिडकीवर दुसरंच नाव पेंट केलेलं असते. Also that of a bootmaker. And also that of a bootmakerचं नाव तिथं पेंट केलेलं असते. मेकिंग ऑफ कोर्स फॉर द रॉयल फॅमिली. द ओल्ड फॅमिलियर बूट्स नो लॉंगर इन डिग्निफाईड आयसोलेशन. आणि जे जुने जे बूट्स होते ते आता तिथं डिग्निफाईड आयसोलेशन मध्ये दिसत नव्हते. वी आर हडल्ड इन द सिंगल विंडो. ते आता एका छोट्याशा विंडो मध्ये तिथं डिस्प्ले केलेले लेखकांना दिसून येतात. इनसाइड द नाव contracted well of the little shop was more scented and darker than ever. And that shop was looking contracted well of one little shop was more scented and darker than ever. म्हणजे आणखीनच सुगंध त्या शॉप मध्ये दरवळत होता. and it was longer than usual too before a face peered down and the tip tap of the bath slippers began. Once again, when writer went into that shop at that time, once again writer heard the tip tap of the bath slippers. At last he stood before me and gazing through those rusty iron spectacles said, "Mr. Isn't it?" And Mr. Jessler came before the writer and he stood before writer and he was gazing through those rusty iron spectacles. म्हणजे धूळ बसलेल्या आयर्न स्पेक्टॅकल्स मधून बघून मिस्टर जेसलर लेखकांना सांगत होते, मिस्टर इजंट इट, मिस्टर जेसलर, आय स्टॅमर्ड, बट युअर बूट्स आर रिअली टू गुड. नंतर लेखक अचानक गोंधळून जाऊन he was stammered and he said to Mr. Jessler that your boots are really too good. तुम्ही बनवलेले जे बूट्स असतात हे खरोखर खूप चांगले असतात. You know, see, these are quite decent still. अजूनही तुमचे बूट्स, तुम्ही बनवलेले बूट्स जसेच्या तसे आहेत बघा. And I stretched out to him my foot. He looked at it. So writer just stretched out his foot towards Mr. Jessler and Mr. Jessler was looking at it. Yes, he said, people do not want good boots, it seems. आणि मिस्टर जेसलर उत्तर देतात की पीपल डू नॉट वॉन्ट टू बाय गुड बूट्स इट सीम्स. असं वाटते की लोकांना आता चांगले बूट्स पाहिजे नाही आहेत. टू गेट अवे फ्रॉम हिज रिप्रोचफुल आईज, रिप्रोचफुल मीन्स डिसअपॉइंटमेंट आईज अँड वाईज, आय हेस्टिली रिमार्क, what have you done to your shop? He answered quietly, it was too expensive. आणि लेखक त्यांना विचारतात, टू गेट अवे फ्रॉम हिज रिप्रोचफुल आईज अँड वाईज, आय हेस्टिली रिमार्क. त्यांच्या डोळ्याकडे आणि त्यांच्या आवाजाकडे बघून लेखकांना घाईघाईने प्रश्न विचारतात, व्हॉट हॅव यू डन टू युअर शॉप? तुम्ही तुमच्या दुकानाचं काय केलं आहे? ही आन्सर्ड क्वाइटली आणि मिस्टर जेसलर शांतपणे उत्तर देतात, इट वॉज टू एक्सपेन्सिव्ह. म्हणजे माझं दुकान चालवणं मला खूप खर्चिक झालं होतं. डू यू वॉन्ट सम बूट्स? तुम्हाला आणखी बूट्स पाहिजे आहे का? असा प्रश्न मिस्टर जेसलर लेखकांना विचारतात. आय ऑर्डर्ड 3 pairs though I had only wanted 2 and quickly left. So at that time writer ordered 3 pairs. Actually writer wanted only 2 pairs, but he ordered 3 pairs and he quickly left the shop. I do not know quite what feeling of being part in his mind of a conspiracy against him, or not perhaps so much against him as against his idea of boot. Actually writer didn't understand what was going in his mind. Means might be some conspiracy was going in the minds of other shopkeeper, but writer at that time didn't know the particular thing. One does not know, I suppose, care to feel like that, for it was again many months before my next visit to his shop paid. I remember with the feeling, oh well, I can't leave the old boy, so here goes. Perhaps it will be his elder brother. For his elder brother, I knew, had not character enough to reproach me even dumbly. And when he met again to the shop of Mr. Jesler at that time, when he saw that old man, he thought that he might be the elder brother of Mr. Jesler, and that character of elder brother was enough to reproach me even dumbly. So he was just like reproach the writer, and that's why writer understood that, or writer knew that this particular person was elder brother of Mr. Jesler. So here I would like to stop. Thank you very much for listening me patiently. I hope that you understood whatever I taught you. Thank you.